Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about how you can find your voice when it comes to building your brand. I think the common denominator that I see a lot of my clients struggling with on a day in and day out basis, besides trying to find out and figure out how their business should look and feel, it's defining their brand's voice. And what does that voice sound like when you're communicating with your target audience? And it's a shame because you think this would become quite easy for people, but it's not. And it's very, very hard to articulate your voice and try to find that resonating factor. Because if you're not relevant, if your audience doesn't realize why they should do business with you, if you're not being articulate in the value that you provide for your target audience, then why should they do business with you? And so I think entrepreneurs need help in this area more than anything else, more than defining what their website looks like, again, what their logo is supposed to look like. It's really understanding, how does my audience hear me? Do they understand the true value that I provide for them? What business are you really in? That's the question. And so how do you define this voice? So I walk my clients through a brand personality program, right? And it takes about 30, 40 minutes. But when I walk them through and I show them the different brand personality types, it starts to get a lot easier to define what your brand voice should sound like, right? Do you want to be direct? Do you not want to be direct? Do you know what your audience is truly wanting to buy from you? What problem is your business and brand solving? Are you clear on that? Are you articulating that clearly? If you're not, it's probably why people aren't buying from you. So what does your brand's personality and voice sound like? Have you dialed in on that yet? And if not, instead of worrying about the next shiny object on social media, the next course to buy, the next gadget to buy, I would start paying attention to the fundamentals. I would start paying attention to your messaging. Because if your messaging isn't resonating, no tool, no tactic is going to help you connect with your audience. Again, it's putting the cart before the horse. So, finding your brand's voice. Finding your voice in general. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's like magic. When you start to really pay attention to this and focusing in on how you find your voice, have you even asked current customers yet? What do they think of your marketing? Have you asked your audience yet, who hasn't bought yet, what they think of you? It's a tough question. But the smart ones, they're not afraid to ask that question because they're not afraid of the answer. I think a lot of people are afraid of the truth. And I was talking about this the other day where, you know, when people start to troll you on the internet, I wouldn't look at that as a negative. I would look at that as a positive, because there may be some inkling of truth in what it is that they're saying. I'll give you a quick example because, listen, I am what I am, and I'm not afraid to share it with them and you, right? I put out a post the other day. It was a video meme, and it pointed to a YouTube. Video, right, full length, and the headline wasn't strong enough, right? The headline wasn't compelling enough. It wasn't captivating enough. So one of my followers, right, put meh and put like a meme of like a Ninja Turtle, like with some funny face, right? And when I looked up the meme, because I really didn't understand what it meant, it was like meh, not interested. So I was like, you know what? I gotta tighten up the hook. I gotta get people interested in what it is that I'm trying to say, because you know what? There was a ton of value in that message, in that video, but it fell short because the hook wasn't strong enough. The hook didn't solve a problem, right? And it wasn't clear as to what that video was going to help her with. So I got that response. So the voice was off, right, in that particular post. So what do we do? On our next set of videos, on our next pieces of content, on our blog posts, we tighten up the hook, we tighten up the subject line, we tighten up the headline. So we make sure that that voice is impactful. That voice has a definitive solution to a problem. That's how we tighten up voice. So it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But when you truly begin to pay attention to your brand's voice, and you really start to focus in on your audience's pains, you win. It gets a lot easier to direct that voice when you know who you're talking to and why you're talking to them, and why they should be buying from you and not your target and not your competitor. You get those three things dialed in, and you're going to start to be relevant. You're going to start resonating with your audience. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to build a strong relationship first. We want to build that audience first. Then we can sell them something. Or I shouldn't even say sell. Help them solve a problem. When you do that, it's a game changer. So I'll leave you with that, guys. At the end of the day, it's finding your voice. What kind of an impact are you making on your target audience? What are you truly solving for them? And are you being articulate? Are you being clear? Or are you bringing them through the woods? Are you dragging them through the mud? Or are you paving a clear path? Follow me and I will help you do this, right? I'll give you a quick example. So in my business, people ask me all the time, why should I go with you? There's 1,000 people that do what you do. Do they have the same process do I have as I? Do they have the same experience? Are they going to go through the same experience? Probably not. And those two big things are deal breakers for me. If you can't walk me through a real clear process on how you're going to take me from A to Z, I'm out. Right? And then the experience. Is the experience a soup to nuts, done for you experience? I always ask my clients, why do you buy from me? Like, why did you sign up for the Brand Accelerator program? Why did you sign up? Well, it's the experience. And you don't leave anything out, they told me, one of my clients said. I see a huge gap here with some of the stuff that's being sold today. It's half-assed, if you ask me. What's up, Olio? What's going on, man? Today we're talking about finding your brand's voice, right? But I'm getting off topic here a little bit, but one of the reasons why it's so important to understand why people buy from you and how they're perceiving your voice is because it's going to let you get a lot more clearer in your messaging. So one of my pet peeves, let me finish the thought and then we'll get back to this. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when people sign up for things and it's incomplete. Like, hey, we're going to help you do this, right? And then you sign up, you buy it, and then there's things missing. For example, I could take my clients through the discovery phase of the Brand Accelerator program, right? And if I didn't have the team to actually execute everything that we develop inside of that discovery and strategy, I would have to say, you know what? Here's your strategy. See you later. Go figure it out on your own. Go find the funnel designer. Go find the website designer and programmer. Go find the Facebook ads expert. Go find all those people. I gave you the blueprint. Just go. Or I show them the whole picture. Give them the focus. Give them the prioritization. Give them the goals that they need to create a great branded business. And then say, hey, listen, here's the blueprint. I've spent the last 5-6 hours with you. I know your brand inside and out now. Here's my team that can help you build this whole thing out from soup to nuts. Boom. It's a complete process. I don't know. I think people leave things out because they're afraid of letting go of the client. Right? They want to keep them reeled in somehow. Where I think it's a huge put off. If you say you're going to help somebody build a business, then help them build the business from the bottom up. So I get a little passionate about this stuff. I'm not going to lie, but this is the point that I'm just trying to make to you guys today. Is to get clear on your brand's voice. So this is a perfect example of unique designs, the brand doctor's voice. And how clear it is. What do I care about? What do I hate? What do I love? Is that line drawn deep in the sand? Or is it foggy? Is it half-assed? This is the stuff that I want you to pay attention to. The building blocks of branding is looking at how to build great relationships with your audience and how to build that audience first. I want people to think of my name and immediately have 1 or 2 words come to mind. And the same should go for you. So, hope you got some value out of this, guys. I'll catch you on the next video.